Wanted to get some thoughts out there about the hullabaloo surrounding Rationality rules, henceforth referred to as Double R. His video on trans competitors in sports, the trans community backlash, his disavowal from atheist community of Austin, or rather their board of directors, and the atheist establishment's backlash to that. My first year perusing YouTube, a whole decade ago, I spent challenging my Christian indoctrination by examining atheist refutations. My mind world as my worldview updated. The atheist community at the time was dominant on YouTube. This happened years before unironic Deus Vult memes and traditional Templar chants proliferated. Perhaps the first major rift in this atheist establishment came during Gamergate, sometime around the point Sargon of Akkad rose to noticeable E-fame. A second major rift is occurring before our sight, this time between the pro-trans allies and the biological empiricists. I saw this coming at least a year ago. Only now is it apparent and imminent. At some point, the group that doesn't accept others' claims at face value was going to run into the group that demands they accept others' claims at face value. What got me giddy about this was seeing one of my personal precepts come true. Today's revolutionaries will be tomorrow's reactionaries. The impervious, indomitable, immovable atheist establishment whose arguments tore down my preconceptions about Christianity, now tested against by the unstoppable, unyielding, unmitigated pressure of trans activists. I don't have a dog in this fight, guys. I'm not trans. I'm not atheist. I'm not sending my kids to sports competitions. Yet. I'm just here to enthusiastically spectate. Essence of Thought, henceforth Essence, uploaded a lengthy refutation video to Double R. It's full of snark, holier-than-thou-ness, and all the dismissiveness of a pompous debater. It reeks of a vindictive heckler demanding to veto another YouTuber. It's also incredibly cogent. I found myself following the logic pretty cleanly. The argument is sound, and the supporting evidence plenty. I don't know how Double R will tackle Essence's arguments, but that's the beauty I find in this. Essence treats Double R exactly how YouTube skeptics and secularists have treated theists for years. I'm very curious to see how the rebuttals from both sides pan out. Couple predictions. Some atheists will denounce Essence and co. at every point. These aren't and weren't critical thinkers. At all. Some atheists will provide very cogent rebuttals. I'm looking forward to these personally. They often conduct very strong research. Some atheists will change their mind and courteously disagree with their peers. Some atheists will break off harshly with their former community members. See Cult of Dusty. I by no means consider the trans crowd exempted here. They've reacted to Double R's original vid with vivid vitriol. Probably undeserved. Definitely unconvincing, no matter how cogent or clever. The hang-ups on pronouns and pedantry distract from the original topic of trans athletes, which led me to an interesting question. What differentiates these two camps? Not atheism, not support for trans individuals, not broadly left-leaning politics. I think it's activism. Activism seems to be when one takes a personal stake in a political or philosophical campaign. For theists, we call this evangelicalism, or evangelism. Yeah, I meant that one. For atheists, it's faith, or rather lack of faith, or rather reason. For anti-abortionists, it's unborn life. For vegans, it's animal rights. For transgender individuals, it's their pronouns and identity. They take the whole debate personally because it is personal for them. Entirely personal. You want to make an activist mad? Poke their personal vendetta. Mine are Social Security and school days. I don't think the atheist establishment will react the same, largely. I expect most of them will respond sincerely and courteously. They don't want phobic thrown their way. They know it sticks. Again, I don't have a personal dog in this fight, just my 2 cents on what I'm looking forward to seeing in the near future. I mean, I made popcorn, but dang, this Schadenfreude is downright delicious. Thanks. See you guys around.